What's up, guys? HMK here, coming at you with that Shibuya drip. Clothing that you can find in Japan and whatnot. Anyways, Phase 2 of Kingdom Hearts is going to be very wild, but it's also going to be very different. And you guys need to understand the importance of the realm of fiction, the world of fiction, Quadratum itself, as we know it going into Phase 2. Technically, Phase 2 of Kingdom Hearts already started with Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind specifically, and the big new world that we got there in Remind was Quadratum. A lot of people like to see it as Shibuya. Now, Shibuya is part of Quadratum, but it's not all of Quadratum, because a lot of people still don't know that where Riku was in the secret movie of Kingdom Hearts 3 base, but I mean, like, Remind fleshes it out. Anyways, Riku is actually in Shinjuku, which is pretty much next to each other when it comes to the metropolitan area of Tokyo, real life Tokyo. And since Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, we've had other games or titles within that of Phase 2 that include Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Dark Road specifically, and we did get a little bit more of hints of Quadratum in Union Cross, the finale of Union Cross, but it's still all part of the package, so I count it in Phase 2. And Melody and Memory. Already we got 3 titles in, and apparently we're gonna get 7 more when it comes to Phase 2. And a lot of people were really wondering if we're gonna go to Quadratum from one game, a Vane game, a Quadratum game, a Yozora game. But I think that the realm of fiction is going to be the main setting for Kingdom Hearts for various amounts of years to come. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the main attraction, the main location of Phase 2. Now, as I said before, Quadratum is based on real-life Tokyo, Japan. Of course, we have Shibuya, which is actually referenced as Shibuya within that of the Vane mock-up trailer, as you can see in a freeze frame here. So it is Shibuya, but Shibuya is just one of the various places that we're probably going to end up going to, as we've seen that Riku goes to Shinjuku and is in front of the Tokyo Metropolitan Building, which kind of looks like the castle in Insomnia in Final Fantasy 15, and we all know that with Yozora and Noctis and Versus 13 and all that good jazz, I already see that Nomura wants to relive the past in terms of ideas that may have not come to be. But in any case, that is a win for us. That's a win for the fans, that's a win for him, that's a win for Disney, that's a win for Square Enix. But speaking of Square Enix and Disney, it really puts ourselves into a quandrum when we need to understand if Disney worlds are really going to come back in Kingdom Hearts Phase 2 as we've known them in the past games in Phase 1. Now, before you get it twisted, even though we might be going to a Vane game, a Vane world, Quadratum, Shibuya, all that good jazz, Kingdom Hearts, as we know it, Yozora as a Kingdom Hearts character, is still owned and gonna have a lot of Disney in it, but it's probably gonna be incorporated in a way that is gonna shake things up for Phase 2, because I feel that's the true core of Quadratum, Phase 2, the world of fiction, and everything Kingdom Hearts moving forward is that it's gonna be a big shakeup from what we know of Kingdom Hearts, and that Kingdom Hearts really does need that type of shakeup. And there's so many things of importance when it comes to that specific realm, the world of fiction. We have to deal with aspects of this world not having light or darkness originally, but it's probably going to be introduced to darkness thanks to the Master of Masters actions, as we've seen at the end of Union Cross, in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, so on and so forth. And probably we're going to get a little bit more information once the story wraps up for Dark Road. And with this lack of darkness and the fact that the Master of Masters is so romanticized by this world, a world of fiction, something he could not conceive, a place that he feels, that he might feel, is the true way to go about when it comes to having a world without light or darkness or anything warring in between of those two factions or energies. But he's going to find out soon enough that Vane is probably going to have its own problem when it comes to karma. And then when it comes to the aspects of Sora and Yozora and change for the Kingdom Hearts series, Quadratum is the core to that, because of course it is so far gone from what we've seen with all the Kingdom Hearts games leading up until now. I mean, it's really cool, and I'm really excited to go to Quadratum, Vane, but I feel that a lot of people really need to understand the gravity of the situation that we're going into when it comes to the world of fiction that is going to be displayed in the future of Kingdom Hearts. And of course, that leads to many theories about how big this world is going to be. Is it going to be an open world take on Kingdom Hearts? Because of course, Kingdom Hearts had very big settings in Kingdom Hearts 3, but up until that game, there are very segmented, compartmentalized areas within that of Disney worlds. Are they going to shake up what we know? Is combat going to be a little bit different? Probably when controlling Yozora, not for Sora, which I feel is going to be the main two characters we're going to use in Kingdom Hearts 4, the next Kingdom Hearts game, the Kingdom Hearts Quadratum game, whatever the fact. Who's going to be the new enemy? A lot of people are looking at the Master of Masters because his plan, if you guys didn't know, is really psycho. A video is coming up on that very soon, but when it comes to the enemy, it looks like the enemy is going to be darkness itself, or the concept of what darkness has been labeled to be that may or may not relate to Vanitas being one or the head darkness or the true darkness or one of the darknesses that's going to lead the other darknesses in their past for conquest or understanding. And of course, how the characters are going to move forward when it comes to the characters in the world of non-fiction, the real world reality, or the world of Quadratum, its characters, its fiction, you know, Yozora, Luxord, Magia, Aegis, and of course the mystery of the Nameless Star, because that is really out of this world. And it really leads to a theory that just literally crept into my head about a certain switcheroo when it comes to characters that are left hanging at the end of Union Cross and the beginning of Verum Rex, apparently, and stuff. So, interesting. You're seeing the mind at work. That's gonna be a follow-up video for later. But honestly, with the fact that Kingdom Hearts Union Cross's ending literally referenced Quadratum in such a big way, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind had Quadratum featured in such a big way, and the Melody of Memory really blew it out of the water of this understanding of the world of fiction, the world on the other side. You know, Akari's backstory, Riku going to Quadratum, the Nameless Star, Yen Sid, Fairy Godmother, the origins of Terra Xehanort's plan, all that good jazz. Guys, you need to understand, it's time. I'm not saying that Disney worlds will not be incorporated into Quadratum, but if they are, it's going to be in a very, very different way. But I am excited to see if they're going to go off the rails when it comes to Square Enix properties. But you have to know that Disney is not going anywhere. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to know what you guys think about the importance of Quadratum, and if you're ready to enter the world of fiction when it comes to the future of Kingdom Hearts. 2022 is looking really bright. If you're excited, please leave a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Quadratum Kingdom Hearts videos moving forward to the future. Yo, it's been a ride, but this ride is not stopping anytime soon. So until then, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.